Hello, and welcome back to Fable Anniversary. I'm going to go ahead and start this with saying the anniversary category is not showing up on Twitch, so I'm having to use the lost chapters. This happened with my friend Elena for Dragon's Dogma. She had to use Dragon's Dogma instead of
You
Arisen.
just get yourself nice and comfortable there. We'll be back to get you and the other scum later. Then we'll have a bit of fun. He'll enjoy it, won't he, Tibbs?
Go to hell, pig.
Temper, Tibbs, temper. You should keep all that energy for later. You'll need it then. Oh, and don't try any of that funny will stuff. It won't work in here. The boss made sure of that.
That's a shame that he made sure of that.
What's changed out there? Psst. Hey, you. In the cell, next to you. I guess you're the one they've been pokering all this time. I could hear you squealing all the way down here, mate. Nothing to be ashamed of. They know their pain here.
Wait a minute, I know who you are. You're that arrow dodger, ain't ya?
Beat the arena and let the big prize go to save pretty little Whisper, didn't you? We don't get your kind here often. What'd you do? Kill a mare? Slice up some pigs? Bet the warden can't believe his damn luck. It's his birthday today, you know. The vicious bastard. Every year, he has us dragged out of our cells, shows us a little sunshine so we know what we're missing, and sticks us back in. Doesn't do it out of the kindness of his heart either. They race us round the courtyard and take bets on who'll win. Then the winner gets a trip to the warden's office and, well, what goes on in there is too cruel to mention. Still, at least you get a good look at his place. And there's more than books and furniture in there.
Do we have a scar on our back? We have a couple scars on our back, actually. I didn't realize we'd been cut up this bad and our chest is destroyed too. Looks like somebody's coming to let us out.
Look lively, scum. Time to move out. It's race time, and you'd better put on a good show. Some of us have bet a lot of money on you. Win, and we like you. Lose, and you get a round in the torture chamber. That sounds fun. Yes, sounds fun. Let me hear it.
I like how the one item I have is the resurrection files. They didn't take that from me. I want to say before I forget, Shihan's in? I think I'm saying your name right. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Miserable sods. I want to see a dirty race. Plenty of pushing and shoving. You hear me?
Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it.
Now, get into positions. 3, 2, 1.
I was not expecting that voice from that guard. Not at all.
That wardenship is mine.
You snail!
Also, all I gotta do is this, right?
You useless filth!
Gotta go up here,
Go
go
You
around.
snail!
It's fine.
That way! You
I can't go on!
Also, the goal is still to beat this before we get to October. Because we want to have this finished in time to play Crash Bandicoot 4 as soon as it comes out. If that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. But I think we got it. Because I think once we get done with this, we're like right at the end of the main game. And then we go to the expansion, which is actually kind of short.
Bravo! We have a winner. Guards, escort him to my office.
Escort him to my office. But, oh.
Welcome to my modest quarters. You have earned yourself a singular reward. One of my world-famous poetry readings. Yes, that's right. These stone walls cannot still the beating heart of a poet. I don't want to hear one sound from you. Pouring forth one's soul requires the utmost concentration. The recital will begin anon. Remember, I require total silence.
Yeah, that's fine. I can give you total silence.
The cautionary song of the jailbird. Behold, the ball, the spirited sparrow.
Hi, Missy. How you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're in here listening to poetry while we're in our undies looking at books. This diary has a combination lock. You need a code to open it. Submarine tattoo. Face tattoo. Designed by Submarine himself, this design became popular amongst all students of the arcane texts associated with the Old Kingdom. A tattooist will be able to apply it to your body. Oh heck, I gotta get behind
As it doth
him.
fly above our dreary jail, none can harm it. Not
You doing
even
well, just tired? I get that, I'm also tired. The code number this year is 1483, signed the Warden.
And should you try, you would surely fail. Its tail does pour
Ooh, gosh.
forth from its beak.
The diary is empty. The key must be hidden in another book.
It's painfully obvious you have no interest in the arts. My lyrical opus is wasted on your Philistine ears. Back to the cell with you.
Is it really just one day? Or a week and one day until your birthday? I feel like I remember I remember being around you during your birthday and talking to you.
Welcome to your temporary home, the torture chamber. We're gonna have some fun with you.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy this.
That's not good. But I remember being around you during your birthday. Oh,
The darkness of the cell consumed the hero's mind. And it consumed his life too. Another year would pass by in this prison. Another year of torture. The ancient, noble blood in his veins, the power of the guild, none of it meant a thing inside these walls. And all this time, Jack of Blades was free to roam Albion. The hero would not be beaten. He would be free.
yeah, that was my 27th. Really? But I remember your birthday and I was like, it didn't feel like it was that long ago.
It's a special day today. You'll find out soon enough.
Let's bung him in the holding cells with the others.
Well, 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 here we are again, eh? Stay in there, and I'll get to you in a moment. You might have noticed there's a few less of you this year. I wonder what happened to them, eh?
Well, we may still be in our undies, but at least we got some hair
Oh,
back.
you survived. Another year, another race. But we gotta get into the warden's office. We gotta get that key. Oh, I've been here forever.
Does it really feel like years ago? For me, honestly, it just feels like it's been like a month or two. Not really a month or two, but like it's only felt like a few months. It's insane how fast time has been flying by recently. Hi, sir.
Look lively, scum. Time to move out. It's race time.
I'm ready
And
to
you'd
win
better
again.
Put on a good show. Some of us have bet a lot of money on you. Win, we like you.
You said the same thing as last
and
year.
you get around in the torture chamber. That sounds fun. Yes, sounds fun.
You know what sounds
Let me
fun?
hear it.
Me getting free. I disagree. Time has been slow. I am glad time has not been slow for me. To be fair, I almost kind of wish it
Alright.
was in a way.
You know the drill. Now get into positions. 3, 2, 1.
At least from Lockdown has. I don't know why lockdowns made it feel like everything's gone by so much faster.
Full speed ahead.
Like, it's been insane.
You
But
useless filth. Keep running,
I'm hopeful.
scum.
I'm very hopeful that, you know,
Move it.
things will be better soon.
I'd rather be in the torture chamber.
I feel bad for this one person that's running that's, like, breathing so hard.
I can't go on.
Oh, jeez.
Move it.
I've got to win. I can't let anybody else win.
Move it.
This is torture.
Next one to the UK is coming in.
You great big Balverin
Wait,
turd.
another lockdown?
Faster!
I can't go
Get your
on.
finger out,
Is that what you
pussbag.
meant?
Move it.
Oh, wait, I thought you were the end. I was gonna roll into you for a
Someone
victory.
kill me, please.
You again. You really are quite the athlete, aren't you? I look forward to another meeting of the minds in my office. Guards,
Can I get the right book this time?
the recital will begin anon. Remember, I require total silence.
Yep, a few places have already gone in the second lockdown, really.
Gray is the prettiest
Okay.
color. Oh, gray is the prettiest color. For it's in her name. Her
Yeah, he's talking about Lady Grey. I was just about to ask if he was talking about Lady Grey.
She makes me feel 10 feet taller.
This year's code is 4504. Signed to the Warden.
To see her is to lose control. She lives in the north side among rainbows. And I look at
Oh,
her
God.
from dead
Whew.
slums.
Send help? I would if I could. Hi, Grandma Dunk. How you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far.
It's painfully obvious you have no interest in the arts. My lyrical opus is wasted on your Philistine ears. Back to the cell with you.
Please send me 3 pounds of... 3 pounds 9 foot Jolly Ranchers to keep me happy. I can try to do that. Prison cell key. The key to an old prison lock. So, I have the key. They left the book open for over a year.
It seems the warden has lost his key. We'll keep you in the holding cells until it turns up. Torture will be delayed.
Torture will be delayed. Oh boy. They don't have anything in these barrels. I got a stick. Average Monday. How's America today? I don't really know exactly how America is overall today because I haven't really been checking, which I probably should have. But I hope your Monday gets better than just average. Of not 9F. Okay, I was like 9F, 9 foot. Hi, Shihansen. How are you doing today? I hope I said your name right. And thank you again for the follow earlier today. I really appreciate that. Oh god, we gotta beat guards off with a stick.
I can't believe it.
Go to the courtyard. I'll help distract the guards.
Okay, I'm gonna open all these doors. I'm gonna see if we can get anything out of these. Chicken? I'll take chicken.
You ready?
Yeah, he's got the key. Let's go. Go on, let me
Okay.
out. I don't want to die in here.
All of you, come on.
Release me, please.
I can't believe it. At last, I'm freed.
Ready when you are.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of terrified as to how this is gonna go. I was trying to open that door and it wouldn't let me at first for some reason. But hey, we're good. We're out. Where do we get our stuff at? I don't remember where that is at all.
Time to get revenge. We'll distract the guards and escape later. We'll distract the guards and escape later. We'll distract
Oh,
the
no.
guards and escape later. Time to get revenge.
We've got... Sir, You need to stop. You need to stop. You're hurting me too much. I'll go through the door. I don't know if I can take him with the stick. Doing good, how are you? Also, likewise, thanks for the follow. No problem. I'm doing pretty good. I had a little bit of a headache today, but I think it's just due to how sleep had been recently. And I'm finally catching up on all of it. Oh wait, that's right. There's a lever right here.
Stop. We won't stand a chance unless you get your weapons back.
Sweet Meow Gaming, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it.
You need to find your equipment before we can leave.
Okay, so it's back out here. So the guy that I was beating with the stick is probably like, oh, hi. You're back. You ready for a fight? Which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not. But we can try.
There's a criminal.
Oh, jeez. I really hope. Uh-oh. Can't you... your Fight Club buddies take care of him? Maybe? But I'm not entirely sure. I think one of these rooms actually has like a chest in the very back of it. And... aha. Is this where my stuff is? Plate boots. Hard-wearing boots for kicking and walking. Okay. It's not really what I needed. But... that's something for later. There could be something in here for us, but I don't know if it'll be anything major. Ooh, a health potion. I mean, that helps. That definitely helps, but it's not the best. Also, Messy, have you fully gotten moved into uni? I think you mentioned that you were working on that not too long ago. Moved in or situated for uni.
Time to get revenge.
Oh god, sir. You don't need to worry about me. I'm just here experiencing life. I may be in your prison, but there's no need for you to attack me. Oh. I take it that's not where we needed to go. But wait. If it's not that room, it's not the room we just went into or the one we started in. Ow. Where else could it be? Ow. Let me go upstairs. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
There.
You know, I probably should have realized that the map changed whenever you went upstairs. And that's why I didn't see the gold marker before. Oh, definitely not on rails. 70 out of 81. We don't have a lot of areas left to explore. Guard gloves. The long arm of the law needs to be kept warm at all times. Alright. Wait a minute. Is this where I get the guard uniform? Guard boots. Perfect for stepping on criminals' throats. Okay, I think this is where we get the armor at. And then we can kind of do whatever, maybe. The guard hat. The headwear guards ought to wear to prevent cold winds causing chilblains. Alright. Do we get a weapon in here too? Guard trousers, special guard pants. And last but not least, guard boots? Guard shirt. Oh, we didn't get the shirt yet. But guards choose to wear on their torso. And this should be my stuff. Your belongings, yes.
Come here, you rat.
Carry an arm tattoo. Arm tattoo that's patterned on the skin of these little, seen hairy and lizards. The tattoo will be applied on your body. And last but not least, the shoulder tattoo version. Shoulder tattoo. This pattern is modeled on the skin of those little seen hairy and lizards. Tattooist, yeah, will be able to put that on your body. And I hit the wrong button. We need to get ourselves equipped and ready to fight. See, let's actually go with the guard outfit since we just got it. Guard uniform. Guard seat offering slight protection in battle. Also, it's really weird seeing that, actually, right chainmail suit. That's what we wore before. But let's stick with this for now, since, you know, we're in here. Kind of just be like, hey, look. We are here to take y'all out. Be like, hey, look. We can use your stuff too. I don't know. I thought maybe that they might not even do anything with us if we were in a guard outfit, but I think that's a lie. He immediately called me a criminal. Also, I absolutely love the hammers in games like this. I don't know what it is. I think that might have been the guy hit with the stick.
It's payback.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, sir. I am so sorry. I just killed my buddy. Nobody saw that. I did nothing evil, nothing wrong. I was just... Wait a minute. What happens if I go back up here and go to the poetry room? Can I go to the poetry room? The poetry room. Can I get to the warden's office? That's what I want to know. Nobody saw it because you killed the only witness, the guard. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that at all. So I get no evil points for that, understood. I actually wish that's how that worked. Nobody saw it, you did nothing wrong. That's not exactly true, don't listen to me. I don't think I've ever come back here after doing this. Like, I think I've always just left. Okay. I can't read his poetry. I can't hear the clock, or I can't look at the clock. There's nothing there. His book's gone. Also, serious question. He said he lost the key, but the book was clearly open and left open. Did they not think maybe the prisoner that was in here might have done something? Because they bring me in there to read me poetry, and they just didn't even assume to be like... They didn't even think to be like, hey, maybe the prisoner got a hold of the book and opened it. I don't think I've ever realized that until now. They just kind of put me back in the cell, and they're like, we don't know where it could be. It could be anywhere. You know, it's locked in a special book that needs a code to unlock. But hey, we're good. We're out. We can free our mom. We can kind of hang out a little bit.
The lever. Use it to open these bars. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
She just walked through part of the door. I'm not going to question it, though. Even though I just technically did. I'm going to leave her alone. And just be like, that happened. Also, if people attack us, we're going to have to fight back.
It's not far now.
Because we can't let Mom get taken out. We're not getting evil points for this, so it's fine. Also, these guards are a lot weaker than the normal guards, if I'm not mistaken. Like, maybe they're not treated as actual guards, they're treated as just like normal bandit enemies almost. Oh no. They may be easier, but I'm not blocking, so I'm getting my butt handed to me. To be fair, for whatever reason, I never block in this game. I'm just always like, I can take it. It's fine. Like, legitimately, I've always been that way in this game. Just, no cares, just attack. You'll win. Especially if you have lots of health potions and lots of resurrection files.
Stop right there!
Oh jeez. Buddy, go down. Thank you.
I see you've been trained well.
This passage is as if...
I am not afraid to heal when I need to, or feel like I need to.
Intruder!
I am very afraid of Black though, because I'm an impatient being and I want to win the fights. I will say, I'm very curious as to how things will go whenever we do the full-on evil playthrough, because it's been a very long time since I did that, because I usually stick with the good guy playthrough. But I want to say the only time I've really done an evil playthrough was like once when I was a kid. So we never did come over here, so I didn't even notice this chest. But hey, it's here, so why not? And you're gonna give me the sharpening augmentation. The sharpness 2 augmentation adds to a weapon. Added to a weapon increases the damage it inflicts. Bind this augmentation to your weapon through the weapon menu. Remember, this is permanent. I don't think we've seen that one before at all. And I wonder if there's any more that we haven't seen yet. Because I don't remember all the weapon augmentations, I just know that there's a few different types. The elemental ones are the ones I like the most. Dark chainmail helmet. The protection an evil mind requires. Alright then. Let's go. Also, I wonder if this armor gives me the whole, like, kind of goofy look, I guess, that the guards have. Because I can almost see it having that effect, but I'm not sure.
How'd you get down here?
I got down here by breaking out of prison. Without saying, one of these guys is going down. I'm really hoping... Oh god. I'm really hoping I can get through here without Mom taking damage.
Oh no, you don't!
Oh yes, I do.
I see you've been trained well.
Thank you for talking to me. I don't think she's talked to us since we actually got out. Ow.
How'd you...
How did I what?
I see you've been trained well.
Oh, you're just gonna say that now? Again?
How'd you get right there?
They don't really care about her, it seems. Which I'm fine with. Especially since we're about to make it through here. I think once we get through the store, we're pretty much done. Let's take this... Okay, we're still technically in Bargate. I was about to say, I think this takes us out completely. This takes us to the underground chamber. And this actually is the only time I can actually think of where we have a gigantic fight in this game. I think we have to destroy these. Oh jeez. I think mean the keyword. Nope. I don't feel like I'm doing any damage to this guy. That's very strange that it has disappeared on me twice like that. But I still got damage numbers to pop up. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I think we need to destroy the tentacles. That would make sense to me. I'm very worried about you though, because you're taking a lot of damage. The bad thing is I'm like causing a lot of this. Because the way I'm rolling is making her walk right into it. Okay.
I think those barriers are connected to this thing.
I think so too. Okay.
I think those barriers are connected
Oh.
to this thing.
I know this is like one of the bigger fights in the series, but I didn't remember the Kraken being this big. Also, that music went very quiet. And I'm very surprised that his health is going down so fast. I'm also kind of surprised I'm getting pushed back by that attack too, because it's not actually technically hitting me. Can I lock on?
Those barriers are connected to this thing.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez, that wasn't what I expected. You need to stop hitting me. There we go. I'm very hopeful. Oh jeez. Ooh, okay, that's working out really well. Okay, that was working out really well. Stop. Please don't hurt me. Thank you.
I think those barriers are connected to this thing.
Yeah, I think they are too.
I think those barriers are connected to this thing.
Oh, very
I
nice.
think those barriers are connected to this thing.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the barrier is connected to this thing. Okay, this fight is like legitimately over. I don't think this is the hardest fight by any stretch of the imagination, but I remember getting spooked by this when I was a kid. Bye. You little heck. I will say, I believe this is the only time. Alright, you're making a lot of weird noises, I don't appreciate that. But I think this is the only time in this entire series where you fight something of that size, or at least that's the only time you fight some sort of water monster. Sea creature. But I really like its design. I'm not going to say it's the most original design or anything, but I do really like its design. It looks really cool in my opinion. But like a lot of things in this game, the fight was pretty easy. Also, I haven't played it on PC, but I heard that the PC version of this actually has a harder difficulty setting.
Revenge burned like a sun within the hero, and his destiny was clear. Jack had cast a shadow over the whole of his life. He had been the architect of his sister's blind suffering and of his mother's imprisonment. And soon his power would be absolute.
I will throw this out there. This scene right here looks like it's taken from the original Xbox version and was not updated. Like the background and everything.
Well, looks like you didn't turn out too badly after all. You did pretty well back there. But there's still so much to do. Jack is getting closer to the sword. I can feel it. He needs a key to unlock the sword from its hiding place. And now he knows where it is. The key is in Hook Coast, hidden in the ruins of an old abbey. You have to get to it first. We have one advantage. He doesn't know the key will only make itself known to one of our bloodline. That's why we have to find your sister. As long as she's out there, Jack could use her. You should go to Darkwood and investigate the portal. There must be some way of activating it. It's the only way to get to Hook Coast. But first, I have a gift for you. There's power in your blood that hasn't been tapped yet. Feels good, doesn't it? From now on, I will be able to talk to you through your guild seal. Now go. I will try to find Teresa.
Quest completed. The Bloodline Part 2. We got the Kraken's Tooth. I need to check something. Like, very important in this game.
Welcome back.
Thank you for the welcome back, Guildmaster. But, let's see, our equipment. It should be in the key items. The Rod of Champions Spade, Prison Cell. Where are you? Would it be a trophy? The Champion Seal. So, I want to mention this. Like, it's been a few years in game time, but I feel like the hero would have remembered this and mentioned something to his mom. And his mom should have realized this too. And I never realized this growing up. But Jack, whenever he catches you and your mom, says that he had been keeping track of you and what you were doing through the champion seal that he gave you. So, everything she just said, I'm pretty sure Jack knows now. Like, she literally just gave him all the information too, because we're just carrying this around because we're dum-dum. And I'm just thinking, why would you say that, and why would you keep this hero?
For more quests. You've received a new...
Like, I never put that, like, that thought never crossed my mind growing up, but it's crossing my mind now, and I'm really, really just sitting here thinking, did they not think about that at all? Is that something they were just like, whatever? Or, because I don't remember the details of the story exactly, but maybe his mom knows that this has to happen or something? I don't know. And so she's just going along with it and knowing what she has to do. Ooh, toughness max. So these are the only two things we got left for strength. Okay. But I was just thinking about that, and that's, like, honestly true. A bandit gang asks you to spring one of their spies from a traitor convoy. Unknown to the spy, a trap awaits them. Yeah, I'll take the quest, and I'm not going to boast this time. I'm going to actually change my armor too while I'm thinking about it. Equipment. Hold on. Aha, so these are just, that's just it right there. Equipment. We'll go with another full outfit. I don't remember if we've actually used the villager outfit. Guardian uniform is maxed out. That's maxed out. That's not maxed out. Let's see. I'm looking for something that's maxed out. We might just go with the villager outfit. I know it's going to be less defense. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll use the villager outfit for, like, this quest, and we'll actually go back to the the Great Plate outfit, whatever it's called. But let's go ahead and fast travel. Let's see. Wait, is it really just Powerstone South? Hold on, because I don't. Book collection. Here it all is fishing competition. Temple of Light. Sword in the Stone. Hidden booty hunt. Haha! The hidden me hunt. Assassin attacks, gateway to Hook Coast, bandits bike straight. Really? Okay. I felt really weird being like, it's a hidden me hunt because of the whole nickname thing, but still. I felt like I had to do it at least once. It's perfectly fine though. I am very curious right now though. Oh wait. I didn't do anything. I don't know if Messy's still here. I'm not trying to call her out or anything. I want to do something. I meant to do that a long time ago, but I just didn't do it. I don't know when the next time Messy will pop up, but I hope she's happy when she sees that. Now let's see. We're still technically in Bowerstone, so I'm assuming we have to take them, we have to escort them through this part up here, if I'm not mistaken. As weird as that sounds, we have to escort them through the Bowerstone jail area.
You must be very quick
Wait.
on your feet, Arrow Dodger.
My name is Tanya. I'm a deep cover bandit intelligence operative. Otto, one of our agents, is secretly in place with a trader group. But the net is closing around him. It's your job to get him out. Follow me. My bandit controllers will explain more.
Okay, we can do this. Then we'll head off to Hook Coast. And actually, I think we head off to Hook Coast. We do the thing we have to do there, because I think that's just one area. And then we have a few things to do, and we're done with the base game.
We're about to ambush a trader convoy. One of our men, Otto, is undercover in the convoy. He's already nicked some goods. We need to get our man out before the convoy gets there. You'll recognize him easy enough. He's the one with the big mustache. Find him, attract his attention, or get him to follow you. Then, you need to head back to Bowerstone North with him. Tanya will meet you there. We'll help you out, but we're not stupid. It'll cost you 100 gold to hire any one of us. Any swag that's dropped along the way is yours. The convoy's getting away.
So, I gotta ask, because y'all mentioned Raid. Did it not show up? Borkin Raid. Borkin Raid indeed. Lost Katamari. Thank you for the follow, I really appreciate it. Who? Oh, it actually says right here. It didn't pop up at all, but Lost Katamari, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. I don't know why it does that with the raids. I've seen it happen a few times, and it's just been like, what is going on with Twitch? Because actually, Twitch has been messing up a lot. It messed up with the raids recently because I raided a few people and had this happen where it didn't show up at all. Well, I see it in the activity feed now, but it didn't show up in chat. And I'm actually having to stream this on the category of Fable The Lost Chapters because the Anniversary Edition is no longer showing up. Hi Fane, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Katamari raided, but Twitch is borked and won't take raids that are lower than 5 peeps. Really? Is that what it is? That's very strange. I don't understand why it's like that. Also, I like that emote. I don't think... Oh. I was like... I couldn't tell whose that was at first, just based on how it's like spelled out, and then I clicked and I was like, oh yeah, I know Dick Debonair. They're awesome. Bork because Twitch hates raids under 5 peeps. Can't let small streamers have their fun. They need to let us have our fun. They really do.
Need my services?
But what were you playing? Did you have fun? I'd been around on Twitch a bit this morning, but I'd been talking to a lot of people before I went live, so I didn't actually get a chance to catch your stream.
It'll cost you 100 gold.
100 gold? Do I really want to do this? That's a lot of gold. Yeah, sure, we'll do it.
Great. Let's get going. You'll need some
Oh, I could actually just pay all of them. Okay.
You're on. At
Just gonna get all of them to come with us. Oh no.
For you.
Playing some Neo, it's heckin' hard. I've heard Neo is pretty good. I've never played it before. But it's definitely a series I'd like to try at some point. Also, do we really need help? Whenever I can do things like this. Like miss. Oh no. I'm getting evil points for this. I don't want to get evil points for this. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, bye.
Come on,
We want to be a good boy even though I'm doing all the quests. Y'all don't mind me coming through here, do you? No, it's fine. I thought so. But yeah, I've heard good things about Neo. I've heard it's hard. Also, it occasionally does this weird loading thing where it fades to dark really slow. Really slowly, I mean. And I don't fully understand why it does it. But it almost feels like it takes the game a bit longer. Oh.
Hurry up.
Oh, they have like no health. I feel really bad about this though. But hey. Oh. Is this not what I needed?
We've got to spring Otto.
We've got to spring Otto, okay. Okay. As much as I don't want to fight these guys, we need to take them out before... Oh, jeez. Oh, they're up there. I don't think we need to worry about them. But we do need to get through here. As much as I don't want to attack you guys, I'm just going to do this to be on the safe side. Gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. I feel really bad though, because there's been a few quests that we did where I was like, oh wait, there was a good version of this quest and I took the bad one. Because of the way it was worded, I thought it was the good one. And so whenever we do the evil playthrough, I gotta do a couple good things. Oh, are you literally the only few yards over here? Like, I think that looks like 2 or 3. Rude, 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 very rude.
Who are you?
You're very good at the sword swipe.
Should we be getting out of here?
Oh, did I do an emote? You're attempting to leave a quest region. By doing this, you'll abandon your current quest. Stay.
Should we be getting out of here? You must be with my gang. Get me out of here.
Oh. I guess we can only go this one way? Wait. Oh, the actual traders are like, oh, he betrayed us. A diamond, you say? A beautiful, valuable diamond. The perfect gift. You know, a diamond could actually help us out quite a bit. Like, we could probably get some decent money from that. Because we don't need to get... We don't need to, like, use that for anything, I don't believe. Demon door.
Who are you?
Oh yeah, I forgot that's like a story-based demon door. That's why it's not showing up. I had a weird feeling we could go in there at first. But I didn't even really notice it until I saw the arrow on the radar. Oh, that trader just tried to kick me. I can't. I don't want to fight any more of these guys. I feel so bad. I'm getting so many evil points for this. We've already broken enough eggs for this omelet.
What's happening?
No more. Oh man. I forgot about this. But this is... one of those kind of like, it feels like a filler quest. Like, I know it's a side quest, but it feels like a very much a, this is just here to pad out the game a little bit longer. Oh gosh, we're gonna have to take these guys out. I feel legitimately bad about this, but hey. The omelet demands more. Well, the omelet shall get more. Because we got a lot of guards here. I can't believe they killed the poor guy.
You must be with my gang.
You must be with my gang. Oh wait, oh gosh. They absolutely destroyed him. Excuse me? I'm going to need him to hold back. I'm going to need him to calm down. I'm going to need him to not be the first one. Oh no. I got distracted when I heard you say, "How you doing, Fane?" I'm doing good. Got my new router all set up. Very nice. I'm gonna need to go back to the previous area if I can and tell him to wait.
Am I being sprung?
Because he gets hurt so bad. And I have no healing spells. Oh no. Please don't tell me. Oh gosh. Oh no. This kind of terrifies me right now. Hold on, what if I do this? Will they all follow me? No. You know, if he actually had that extra hit point, maybe I could make the run. I hope it didn't checkpoint him with no health, but I think when it checkpoints, it gives them full health.
I'm your man.
Are you here to get me out of this?
Oh god, it does not. I'm watching his health though. No, it went down. It's not going down. I think he's good. I think he's good. We actually didn't need to make any more omelet, or break any more eggs for that omelet. Oh my gosh. He's safe and sound in Bowerstone North. Oh my goodness. Hi Floral Vixen, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And how have you been? Because it's been a little while.
Thank you. We really appreciate your help. We'll be in touch. And remember, the blue nymph crouches at 3:15.
Thanks for getting me out, mate. We stole some valuable information and swag from them lot. Here, have this as your share of the profit.
Sharpening augmentation, nice. Oh no, I didn't like that. Did we had I think we had a bandit head. Oh, who's that person? What do you got for me?
Hook Coast is a strange place.
She just faded into nothing. Also, wait a minute, how you liking your new router? Like, I'm sure there's not much to say about it, but like, is the connection better? Did my brain fart and I'm thinking of the wrong thing though? Because my brain immediately was like, wait, this is wrong. Okay, we can do that. We can get over there. Well, kind of scares me. Especially when it's just like well on its own. Let's see now. We could actually, we could check out the brothel. As weird as that sounds to say out loud. I don't know if it's actually available or not. Oh, the Balverines. You were not supposed to hit me like that. These guys always hurt me. A lot more than they probably should. Bought a new modem and router to fix the issue, and so far, it's remaining at a stable 6 upload. So, I might start streaming again soon. Very nice.
Try to get your combat multiplier even higher.
What kind of games do you stream? Also, you do this. Also, I meant to tell you. I don't remember if I did or not, but I wanted to say thank you for following the other day. I really appreciate that. But yeah, what do you stream? I say that. I followed you before. But I don't think I've caught your stream. Monster Hunter, you say? I'll definitely have to be watching that. I do love Monster Hunter a lot. I've only played World and Generations Ultimate, but I've already talked to a few people, and I kind of plan on going back and trying out the older games. I know they're going to be a pain. I know they're going to be rough from what I understand. But I would love to go back and experience the series, because I wanted to play the series when I was younger, but I had no online at all. So I was like, I'm not going to get it on PS2 and I can't play online with people. But now I'm kind of like, screw it, I wouldn't mind just doing that anyway. So sometimes thanks to Emmy. And then I have a variety / full playthrough of whatever. Okay. Whatever always sounds good, because like...
get to the Callis Gate in the middle of Darkwood.
I'm very much so... I enjoy playing whatever kind of person.
Hunger for undead souls is sated.
I haven't really played any Tohu games. I've only seen a little bit thanks to Emmy. And a couple of people here and there. Also, Yakuza looks like a lot of fun. Like, I would legitimately play one of the Yakuza games if I could. I think they're on Game Pass, though. But I'm the kind of person that's like, I want to own my games. So I had Game Pass before, but I barely used it. I think... I had it for like a free month or something, and I think I mainly used it to play games I already had on disc, but without using the disc. I want to get rid of that big guy. I just realized they're only giving me big guys now, and I think it's because this thing slowly charges over time. And since I've already gotten it as high as I have, it's going to make me work for the last little percentage. These guys are rough. I'm excited to stream it, especially if my net behaves this time. I would be too. I've seen Nando play some Yakuza 0, and it looks really good. But I feel bad because I missed a lot of his streams recently because Yakuza, for the most part, and me not wanting to get too spoiled on that. But I still try to lurk in there occasionally, even if he plays it. But I definitely want to support him. Oh jeez. Come on. Don't hurt me, please. I just want to take this guy out. Come on. Ooh. Why would you hurt me this way? Hey! I'm gonna have some trouble getting this percentage up. Just enough. Okay. Oh wait, that wasn't it. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried we weren't gonna pull that off. Also, Hook Coast. I don't remember if we get a side quest here or not. I'm sure we have to get a side quest here. But I believe this is the first time anybody from the guild has been out here in a long time.
You need to find the ruined abbey now.
We need to find what now? I missed what she said. Oh yeah. When you first come here, this place is pretty much a ghost town. Like, everything is closed. I say that, but it's like almost... It's probably like 4 in the morning or something right now in the game. I can play the game. Fancy game of shove the penny. Continue betting. Oh, okay, there we go. I gotta figure out exactly what strength I need to use on this. Anyway, I gotta do some more tests on my router and do some other stream setups, so I'll be lurking. Alright, Fane, I hope things go well, and thank you again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I gotta remember how to get 10. I think it's like literally on that line almost. Aha! I lost. Score 10. Wait. I thought he got more than 10? That was a 4.
Marvelous.
Okay, there's people coming in. 8.
Hooray! Hooray!
I get this just right. But yeah, Fane, I hope you have an amazing lurk. I hope you have an amazing time setting everything up. I hope it all goes well. I can get this just right. I can make it.
Arrow dodger.
You won. New best score.
Very quick on your feet, Arrow dodger.
Okay. So I think we can pull this off. We can get the score that we need. Nobody saw that. Do we just need 30? Because if we just need 30, I can get this. Dang, there's a 4. It's hard to get this lined up perfectly. I think we got another 4 there. Oh, no, we didn't. Also, I'm sorry for all the snoring in the game, apparently. Okay. $10?
Wow.
Yes, okay, there's 1.
Hooray!
There's 2. No, that's a 5.
Hooray! Hooray!
Ah, that's 19. I'm gonna get 29 as my best possible score here. Dang it. I think 30 is what we need. Also, I think this is the last doll in the game, and I think this one is Scythes or Thunders. I don't remember which one we don't have. Ah. Pull back just a smidge, not too much though. That always feels really weird on my finger. Like trying to get that just right.
We're all so thrilled to see you. Hooray!
Dang it. We're 128. I do think you can affect the previous one, that's why I'm moving it side by side a little bit. Dang it.
The famous arrow dodger.
I could have imagined. Apparently, he's from a royal family.
Dang it.
The cowardly arrow dodger then?
Just gonna go ahead and do that. Also, I just realized you can move left and right on that. If I could just get 30, I'd be happy.
Nice work. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
That's a 10. That's a 5, actually. Oh my gosh. This hurts. That hurts so much.
The famous arrow dodger.
It doesn't hurt, it just like feels like it's, I don't know. It's got this weird feeling. Also, I actually have an idea. If I did this... That's not what I meant to do. I'll do this one more time, and if we don't get it, I'll go ahead and do the main quest, and then we'll come back to this. That's a 5. That's... Oh gosh, I'm surprised that still counts as 5.
Famous arrow dodger.
Actually. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. We'll leave for now.
Come and play Shove Up, Nate. Thanks.
I'll go and do the... Oh. Hi. I didn't realize people love me. I'll take it. We'll come back to that game, though. Oh, no. Did he find out? I wonder how he could have found out.
That magical barrier wasn't there before. It explains what I just found in the guild. Meet me in Maze's quarters. I found a book that may help.
Okay, yeah, we can go to Maze's quarters. Hi, Lucky. Baby girl. Did you want to come say hi? Or did you just want to run by? Okay. What could possibly have been found in Maze's quarters? Like, honestly, what could have been found? It wouldn't be something as simple as somebody has to be sacrificed by Jack of Blaze himself, right? I don't think that's actually what happens. I don't remember what happens, but that was like the first thing that came to my mind.
Are you on your way? Something isn't right here. What? No! No!
Okay, I was not expecting that. I wouldn't be walking upstairs at that point.
The book! Don't forget the book!
The book on the table? Arbin's Thaumaturgica? Excuse me? This ancient volume describes the forgotten rituals and magic of Hook Coast, including ways of erecting and disabling force fields. It's written in an arcane language you can't decipher. Perhaps the guildmaster will be able to read it. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to, you know, just reread it to me.
I have a quest card from your mother. Quickly, come to the map room and speak to me.
I'm on my way, and I was going to talk to you anyway because I needed you to read a book for me. I hope it's a good bedtime story. Because we've been in prison for like 2 years, so I'm kind of tired.
This is terrible. Jack has captured your mother again. I spoke to her briefly today. She told me about the sword and the existence of a key to unlock it. Jack can never be allowed to succeed. You must stop him getting the key from Hook Coast. There is a quest card for you, but if you choose to take it, you will forsake your other tasks. This is too important.
Hold on, let me see if there's anything else.
Very well. Finish what work you have, then return to me when you're ready for your greatest challenge. But hurry.
Hello there.
No quest cards available. So, unless we can fully upgrade ourselves right now, we're taking that quest. And I believe, like he said, like since everything else gets taken away from us at that point, it seems like that's the beginning of the final quest. The final main.
Jack has captured. I spoke. Jack, there is a quick.
What was all that about training nice young men? But I believe this is the beginning of the final main quest before the Lost Chapters starts.
Good. Now quickly, give me the Thaumaturgica.
The Thaumaturgica? That's how you say that, okay.
When you approach the barrier to Hook Coast Abbey, I shall contact you on your guild seal. If I read from the correct passage. It should disable the barrier. Now go.
Hooray!
You've received a new quest card.
Hooray!
I like how they completely disable the map table too there. Okay. Hook Coast. We get there, I might try the thing again. We'll see. I'm actually really curious if, like, that'll give me the final hero doll that I need to get to complete the collection for the teacher.
We've got to get out of here! It's after us! No! We're all gonna die!
I forgot all about these. I forgot all about the screamy things. What are they, banshees? I think they're banshees, right? I completely forgot these existed in Fable, and I knew they existed in Fable 2, but I didn't realize they were in 3. Oh, you look terrible. Okay. I don't think I've seen that thing's face before. I know I have to have seen it because I played this before, this version. But I was not a fan of looking at that thing's face up close. Isn't there a white banshee as well? I feel like that might be a thing. You get away from me. I do not want anything to do with you. I say that as I get right in its face. It's fine, I promise.
Calistoro necusararum enoxisussum. Calistoro necasarum enoxisium. Eretore.
You're alive? Yes, I was worried when you disappeared. Your sister. I know. I had to tie her up. Jack is controlling her somehow. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to stop him.
He's lying. He's the one working for Jack.
No, she's trying to confuse you. She's...
There is really no time for this, old wizard. Finish the ritual, Maze. I'd like my key now.
It's almost over, and it will be easier with the boy here.
So, you escaped my little cage. I'm surprised it took you so long. I trust you didn't lose too much of that precious blood of yours getting out. The septimal key. You've hidden from me far too long. Take our 2 blood bags to the chamber. I shall be there soon.
Surprised? You shouldn't be. Only an idiot would oppose Jack. You can't win, boy. The world belongs to Jack now.
Oh, I can definitely win. I'm not afraid of you. Oh jeez, I forgot you do that. He's mainly a will user, and all of his spells, I believe, are things you can actually use yourself. Oh, you're just gonna... Okay, I see how it is. Ow! Jeez. You were a bit on the tougher side. Oh no.
I should have killed you then.
There we go.
I should have killed you then.
You're very rude. You cannot beat me that easily. I'll just keep eating. Yeah, I believe all of his stuff you can, I believe all of the stuff he does you can actually learn yourself. Okay. He's not gonna block it from that far away for some reason. He'll block it. Oh. Wraith, please. Banshee, whatever you call him, please. I don't need you. I'm very surprised though. Can I hit him from up here? That was uncalled for. Was that really just one hit? Do not hit me with that. I'm gonna keep hitting you till your thing goes off.
You think I spared you as a child? You'll have to.
Just keep giving me food.
I was left up.
Surprised? Honestly, I'm like legitimately surprised at how much damage he's caused me. Y'all need to stop. I don't appreciate this. Oh wait, we have to literally break into the lighthouse, don't we?
I should have killed you.
Vandalism of someone's property will not be tolerated in towns. Watch out for the guards. I think we actually might have needed to do that, maybe. I don't know if I have the ability to lockpick at the moment.
I was a fool to ever think. Why do you think I spared you?
Dang it. There we go. I'm actually probably adding on a lot of weight by doing that, but hey, it's fine. Wait, is this health not going down?
I spared you as a child.
I don't think it did. Okay, your health is going down now. One more hit and you're done for.
I was wrong. Maybe you are strong enough to defeat Jack. You haven't got much time. He's using the key to activate the focus sites all over Albion. Then the sword will be his, and it'll be too late. They'll be trying to stop him. None of them can. Oh. You want to know why I did it, don't you? I suppose I'm just an old coward boy. We don't all embrace death easily. For some of us, the only quest, is to escape death. Whatever the cost. And it looks like I failed.
Return to Hook Coast. There's always a lighthouse. Wasn't that is that a BioShock reference? I think there's a BioShock reference in my Fable game. But, he's like, do you want to know why this? And that's like,
Hero, I must see you at the guild.
I feel like everyone that has seen Maze literally thought he's just a coward. He doesn't want to die. He was going to go for the strongest side no matter what. Like, maybe you didn't say that at the beginning, because I know for a fact I didn't say that at the beginning. But with what he says in that little ending section, like, before you fight him, like, right when he captures you, makes it seem to me like he isn't necessarily a bad guy. He just wanted to make sure he lived. And he was genuinely afraid of Jack. But at the same time, with one of the last things he said, which was, Maybe you can defeat Jack. Maybe you are strong enough. Sounds weird because it makes it feel like he thinks he's the second strongest or something.
You're back? Things are far worse than I'd feared. Maze's betrayal surprised us all, but we have larger problems. Jack is trying to activate the ancient focus sites across Albion. You must stop him at all costs. I will explain more over your guild seal. Now, step through the Cullis Gate.
Okay, we can do that.
You've received a new quest card.
It is very strange, though, how we escape from the prison and it immediately sends us straight to the end of the game, because it feels like there should have been more between the prison escape 2 and this section. Because it goes from the prison escape to you want revenge to we're getting revenge immediately.
Jack has to be stopped. He's activating those rocks. Always thought they were damn ugly things. I don't want to die for them either. I guess we'll just have to kill them first. Come on, follow the path and turn right.
Stop Jack activating the Witchwood focus site. Oh jeez. Oh. Come on. I'm very hopeful that we can get this. Ooh. Also, I wasn't expecting to get... Like, I knew, like, the prison section was, like, near the end of the base game. But I didn't realize it was this close to the end of the base game. We'll do everything we can in Albion before we go to the expansion place. Oh, okay, so we're just getting zombies. I might want to run, because the zombies won't stop coming. The zombies never stop coming. But yeah, honestly, my thought process is we'll have some side quests we can work on, we'll have some smaller things we can work on. We should try to focus on everything we can do here before we go off to the final place.
So Maze couldn't hold you. He wouldn't have seen the end of the day anyway. He had outlived his useful. You're too late here. This site is active. But don't worry. I haven't finished with you yet.
Looks like he's done whatever he was doing, but the portal is still open. Follow him through. I'll stay here and teach these animals who Briar Rose is.
Also, I gotta say, her audio sounds really strange. Like, it sounds like it was recorded in a completely different area and a completely different mic. Like, it doesn't even sound like she's there, if that makes sense. The quality sounds bad, is what I'm trying to say. But I don't remember the quality sounding that bad every other time. It just was for that one section. Also, if things are just going to keep spawning in, we might as well just keep running. I think we'll have enough experience whenever this is done to pull the sword out of the stone. I hope we do. The sword in stone is actually really weak. But I'd like to grab it. That random guard just walks in like it's no big deal.
I thought you weren't going to make it. You'll never catch up with me. How do you like the new world? This is just a taste of what's to come, my boy. Just 2 more to go now.
Wait a minute. I just remember we never had a fight with a certain somebody.
Jack is at the hot cave focus site.
I'm trying to get there. Don't you worry, Guildmaster. But I literally just remember we never had the fight with Thunder. And I'm curious now, like, does that have 2 alternate endings? Because if so, we have to show both of them off at some point. But we didn't get it because we didn't marry or try to marry Lady Grey. Lady Grey just was off on her own after we kind of let everybody know what happened to her sister.
You! The lady sent her regards, farm boy. I've killed many of those creatures, but I can't go on much longer. Jack is performing some kind of ritual in the center of the cavern. I'll help you get there.
You let me get there? Okay, let's go. Oh no, not you. Not the single enemy in the hallway. Lucky. Baby girl, why are you looking at me like this? It's not floating yet, but as soon as I get down here, it'll start floating.
Only one left. You aren't making this much of a challenge. And now your flesh and blood is waiting for me.
Damn him. We're too late. He must be at Headsman's Hill. That's where everyone else was heading. You better go after him. I'm exhausted. I need to find somewhere to rest.
Did I get hit in the cutscene? I think I legitimately just got hit in the cutscene. I don't think it took away my health, though. I kind of wonder now if you could get taken out in a cutscene.
Jack has made it to the Gibbet Hill focus site. He must be stopped.
Oh, I'm going to stop him. It's so... I gotta say, too, I mentioned how it feels like so weird, like it just throws you into this. Like, the world is doing fine, and then the second you get this quest, it's like, oh, things are going bad. Things are going wrong. Like, I don't know if the ending was rushed, but the ending feels kind of rushed. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way. I know I'm criticizing the game a little bit here and all, but I do genuinely love Fable. Like, this game is really nice, and it's always been a lot of fun. But I've always been very concerned. Well, not really always been very concerned. But, like, playing it now and seeing this, I'm like... Yeah, this doesn't seem like... This last part is really fully planned out. It just kind of happens.
Sweet Scarlet, I hope there is still some blood left in those hard old veins. But look, here comes a fresh supply. Are you ready to see the guild burn, hero?
Stop him!
Also, that's the first time I see him do that. So the entire time is he just running into Jack's thing? Because that would make sense as to how he's getting to certain places faster than he normally would. Or he's faster around to places he shouldn't normally be able to. Try to stop Jack with blades. It says we completed the quest, but I feel like we failed that quest.
Jack's done it. He's activated them all. You must get to the Chamber of Fate in the guild.
Before we do that, can I can't level this up. Close, but not close enough on one of those.
You've received a new quest card.
There's nothing we could do. He has power like none I've ever seen. And he has your mother and sister too. If either of them dies, Avo help us all. Stop him, lad. For all our sakes, stop him.
Fight Jack of Blades.
What are you doing out here? Get into the Chamber of Fate and stop Jack. Quick, into the Chamber of Fate.
Okay,
Quick,
so he's not gonna say
into the
anything
Chamber
else.
of Fate.
I was like, do you have anything else for me? Oh wait, I was going the wrong way. I know what I'm doing. I promise I know what I'm doing. I remember this fight being harder than the actual final part of the game. But we'll see how it goes. Ooh, the oak longbow. Oak is held to be better than yew for bows. Sulfur provides more power and lasts longer, and it actually does less damage than what I have. But I remember coming here at some point in the past and actually picking that up and that being stronger than what I had. So I definitely feel like we're doing okay with our weapons. Maybe not the best, but we're doing okay at least.
What a touching family reunion. The mother, the son, the daughter, and the sword. There's only one thing missing. It's your blood next. Then I will make this world burn.
Oh jeez. I do not like how many enemies are around me. Oh god. I think I remember why this fight was hard now. These enemies are butts. Come on. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go down yet with that. Stop it, please. Oh gosh. Y'all need to please go down. Whew. I can take magic guys out. If I can hit magic guys, I can take them out. I can promise you that. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised we actually hit each other with that. Oh no. That was not a good hit. Okay, so there we go. We got a hit in on him. Oh jeez. He does do some magic, but he doesn't do a lot of magic. If I can actually get behind him, I think I can get him in a little bit of a loop. Oh, heck. Come on. We got him, right? This is actually not as bad as I remember. Also, what happened to the music? Oh god, that sound effect was loud. Also, it's so weird. Oh jeez. Okay, so we can't hit him with that. Oh. I think I remember something about this. I think he does some sort of like super attack that I'm gonna need to get behind this for. Maybe it's this move? Oh, I think I was taking damage just being out from behind that, honestly. This isn't as bad as I remember. Don't. There's a second phase to this, right? There's got to be a second phase to this. Yeah, I'm taking damage just by being out in the open there.
And now comes the choice I spoke of so long ago. Strike me down now with the sword of Aeons, and you will become as powerful as Jack dreamt of being. Cast it into the vortex, and its darkness will be gone forever. So what will you do, little brother?
Easy. Horde mode, 1 out of 10. Sword of Aeons, the oldest of all the weapons. The Sword of Aeons was bloodforged long before the Old Kingdom. Must unlock its power as the power of all Albion. Do you wish to cast the Sword of Aeons into the vortex? Yes. I don't remember this fight being that easy, though, honestly. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. This is a canon ending, too, for this. Because Teresa, she's, in every single Fable game, actually, after this.
They're both where they belong now. Lost forever. It's time I found where I belong. I know it isn't here.
I am legendary. Battle Jack of Blades. There's no boast taken.
The hero had triumphed over Jack of Blades and forsaken the dark power of the sword. When he stepped outside into daylight, the crowds cheered his name. He walked among them as a legend. As the months passed, the guild and its people would recover. Walls would be rebuilt and order restored. For Teresa, it would not be so easy. She retreated to distant lands, where a lifetime of wounds might be allowed to heal. A whole year passed. With Jack gone, Albion returned to something approaching peace. And for once, the greatest of all heroes was able to rest.
For every choice and achievement. Surprised we didn't actually get credits here, because I think in the Lost Chapters version you might get credits right after the base game, and then you get it again after the expansion. Which we're now making it to the content where the expansion stuff is beginning.
You have reached legendary status. Hero, I'm sorry to disturb you, but we're receiving a message from Scythe, one of our oldest heroes. He left the guild for the Northern Wastes long ago, but now... Perhaps it would be best if you came to the boasting platform outside the guild and saw for yourself. Check the guild for more quests. You've received a new quest card.
If I'm not mistaken, Scythe is actually part of the same bloodline as the hero. I believe it is rumored, or at least it might have been confirmed a while back, that... Okay, I can't remember the guy's name. But it's either rumored or confirmed that Scythe was at one point in time what was his name? Hold on, let me see. I need to actually look this up before I continue, because I don't remember what his name is. But Scythe is possibly an important figure from the Old Kingdom, and part of the same family bloodline that your character is part of. Let's see if I can find this. It's speculated his identity is William Black. It was the first Archon of the Old Kingdom. There's like a theory running around that he actually is the one, or he's actually part of your bloodline, and he's immortal now and all this other stuff. Well, it's not rumored that he's immortal. We all know he's immortal at this point. Like, that's been long since confirmed. I think it's actually confirmed in this game. Or the original, for that matter. and there's part of the chicken kicking competition. But this game in the series has like a lot of lore if you actually want to sit down and go through a lot of it. I know some people don't like it whenever things like that exist in games because it makes it harder for them to expand and make new things because it's restricted by lore in the game type of
Want a
thing.
drink?
Oh heck, it's Whisper.
I'm glad you came. I wanted to talk to you before I go. You hadn't heard I'm leaving the guild. My brother wanted me to be a great hero, but, well, you were always one step ahead of me. I had to work so hard to live up to his expectations. But you always made everything seem easy. It wasn't till you spared my life in the arena that I realized how jealous I was of you. And what a good friend you've been. I'm sorry I was so tough on you in training. The truth is, you've always been the better hero. Just don't tell my brother I said that.
I love Whisper. I wish she would have gotten more time in the game. I wish they would have given her more time to, like, be, I guess, a fully realized character. I wish they would have given her more time to do things in the game. But she's so very underutilized, and it's really a shame, because she's one of the better characters in the game, in my opinion. Also, apparently me saying that made everybody in the game love me. I was not expecting that at all. Also, lookout points where you need to go for the story. We're going to take a little detour, though. Maybe a couple little detours. Yeah, I really wish they would have given her more time to grow as a character and given her more screen time. And made it to where she was more of a fully developed character, because I do like her a lot. And she has potential to be a really good character, but they just didn't do enough with her. Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta re-equip my hammer. I was like, why do I not have a hammer anymore? Let's see. There we go. That's what I want to wield. Thank you. Put that away so the guards don't get spooked by me. Because I would never intend to attack them. Actually, we could go and give the each of some of those books to read.
Get me a drink, any drink.
Okay.
A beer would be nice. A privilege. Get me a
Here,
drink,
chuck us over a beer, would you? Beer, please.
I think I forgot how to do that. Oh, okay.
Johnny Gore! Give me some beer. Splendid!
You Hooray!
Scores 12.
Wonderful! Yeah! Hooray!
Astonishing! Arrow Dodger! No
Dang, I didn't mean to do that. That was such a bad attempt.
Chuck us over a beer, will you? Chuck us over a beer, will you?
Yeah!
Dang it, did it a little too hard.
Give me some beer. Give me some ale! Chuck us over a beer, will you?
14.
Any drink, like a cool drink, please.
I want a beer, please. Give me some
19. Dang it. I gotta figure out the exact spot for that. It's like so hard.
Chuck us over a beer, would you? Woohoo! Beer, if you would. Here, chuck us over a beer, would you?
Nice work!
Can
Yay!
Like a cool drink, please.
Give me some beer.
Just keep doing this, it's fine. How, like, I gotta figure out the exact spot. It's not...
Astonishing.
Okay, I need to do it a little bit less than that.
Like a cool drink, please.
Oh, I didn't do it enough there. Oof.
Give me some beer.
Oof. That was not
Beer,
good.
if you would.
Just get that out of there. I want to be able to beat this.
It's you!
I want a beer, please. That's my man! Give me some beer.
That's my man! Yeah! They're getting real excited over here. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I think... Okay, this is still gonna be a little bit rough. It's not gonna be easy peasy.
I'd like a cool drink, please.
Dang it. Okay, 14. I want the beer, please.
I tell you, Master, we are so lucky. Hooray!
Yes, we got 34. New best score? Yes, extra prize. The Maze Hero doll. A doll of the old warrior maze. Okay, I think we actually have exactly what we need for that now. So if we went to Bowerstone South, we might be able to give the guy his hero dolls. And then we could maybe actually work on... Well, if we get over there, we'll work on giving him some books as well, no matter what. So he can read some more stories to the kids. Educate them on things, whether they need to know them or not, because he reads whatever we give him. And I think he actually gives us a treasure clue, if I'm not mistaken. He might give us the only treasure clue we were missing, or we might be missing two, I'm not sure. But we need to rest until morning.
Have a good day. Just over a beer, will you? Yeah. Give me some beer.
Oh jeez, I can't get up here.
Some beer.
Please let me through.
Hooray!
I'm not allowed.
Hi, Arrow Dodger.
Arrow Dodger. No hope
Also, I just watched that guy rotate in a seat.
So thrilled,
It would be nice. Looking to hire a swordsman.
I am not looking to hire a swordsman, but I appreciate it. Thank y'all for letting me through. 35 gold for a bed is nothing to us right now.
Play card pairs.
Should I have actually done that? Is there anywhere else we need to go besides the brothel at the moment? Sounds so weird saying that. But let's check out. Let's look at the map real quick. I don't think we do. Well, we need to go to Heroes Guild, but I was about to say Hyrule Field. Don't mind me. See, Greywood Cullis Gate. Yeah, chicken kicking competitions that they're... Yeah, I don't think we're missing really anything else right now. We just gotta wait.
Whoa! Got some books for me, hero? Why don't you bring them round during school hours?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Items of combat.
Which shouldn't be too long, should it? Oh yeah, we can get a haircut now. Okay, looks like school time is now. What kind of hairstyle are we going to get this time? Buzzed, pudding basin, bald. Wait, that's all we got these for? I think the buzz is... No, the buzz is what we have. That's a normal haircut. This isn't what we have, apparently. Sure, we'll go with it.
I heard tell the sword has been destroyed.
I don't think we've actually used this before. So since he's running the school, we should be good. Also, there's what, 6 hero dolls? There might actually be an extra one in the final place, but I'm not sure.
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? What's this? Eyes of a killer? Yes, well, strictly speaking, we try not to raise any murderers in our school.
Yeah, let's give you the book.
Well, if you think that's wise, hero.
I do.
Now, I really hope none of you follow the teachings of this book, but nevertheless, you should learn to recognize the signs of evil. There are many ways a person can instill fear in others, such as covering one's body in tattoos and wearing dark clothes. But a truly scary person is able to express his evilness through actions alone. Let's see how this works. A hero. Would you regale us with an evil sneer, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes. Very effective. Now, according to this book, you can also make yourself scary by performing terrible crimes, such as killing innocents. But I think we'll leave that chapter for another day. Now then, class, let's all say thank you to the nice hero.
I don't know if he agrees with calling us a nice hero.
You found any interesting reading material? I suppose you are not a bad person might come in useful one day. I really hope the children won't need its advice, though. All right, then. I'll give it a try. Today, we will be looking at You Are Not a Bad Person. It seems this hero has studied the book in great depths already. But perhaps one of you can tell me how you can make yourself less scary.
Wear a pretty dress.
That's right. A person's clothes say a lot about them. And wandering around town dressed in dark leather or chainmail can frighten people. Any other ideas?
Don't wear anything at all.
Well, that might make you look more silly than scary. I'm not too sure men running around naked inspire much confidence. Perhaps we should see what the book has to say on this matter.
I think we have enough for us to get to 20.
Ah, hello again. I'm sure the tale of Twin Blade is quite interesting. I'm sure a bandit is a good role model for our pupils, though.
Those kids are really heckin' loud.
All right, then. I'll give it a try. Twin Blade was once a great hero. A giant of a man, his swords were feared throughout Albion. But at the height of his fame, he abandoned the guild, deciding he had no need to earn gold through quests. He could simply take it. And so, he left for the woods and became a bandit. Over the years, he united the feuding bandit clans until he became their king. He built a vast fortified camp, hidden near Oakvale, and plundered the passing traders as he desired. He was as renowned and feared as he ever was, and now had no guild constraints to hold him back.
Sir, what happened to Twin Blade?
He was defeated in a duel by this brave hero who spared his life. But no king can face such a defeat and keep his crown, not even among bandits.
Okay, so that seems like we need to come back here on the Evil playthrough and see what he says about Twin Blade then.
Oh, do you have a dose of storms? That's the Guild of Zeros. I thought your guild had every copy of the book burned, along with its author. Well, think that's wise, hero. The Journal of Bloody Nose. 0 in training. Day 14. This week, we've been developing our stealth skills by playing hide and seek. Knowing how to run and hide from your enemies is an important skill for any Zero, says Days. He seems to be a master of the art. It took us all day to find him after he teleported away. Eventually, we heard his cries and found him wedged inside a hollow tree in the Academy woods. He wasn't at all happy that it took us so long to find him, but he decided to test our hiding skills next. We must be really good at it, because we've been out here in the woods for 2 days now, and he still hasn't found us.
Oh my gosh.
You put scores today, hero? Right, it's a hero's journey. I used to play those as a lad. Not really suitable for class, though. Do you have a book of spells? This isn't some potty school for wizards, you know.
I don't think we have another book for him.
Ah, hello again.
The Book of Spells. Okay, so we don't have a 5th book for him today. That's fine. We'll have to make sure we get all the books for him next week then. Unless we just find them all this week and just go for it. But let's go to the brothel finally. I think there's 2 outcomes for that, so we'll go for the good playthrough this time. The Darkwood Bordello, that's what it is. Can't ever think of the name of it. I think it's available now, but I don't know if it is. But we're going to go there. We're going to do what we need. And then we're going to... Oh god. Oh wait, part of me's like we could go through, open that one book, or that one demon door. Oh yeah, I need to actually get a guide together for some like silver keys and stuff for next week too. We're gonna go for everything that we possibly can. But I don't know like how it's going to go in the long run. And I'm going to test this out. I'm going to do this one time, see how this works. We're going to try our best to get our combat multiplier high here. I think we can do it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a good chance we can pull this off. We're gonna need to build up our combat multiplier. These guys are like really loud. Heck. I'm doing this so when I come through they all don't rush me. Because they all rush me, I feel like that'll hurt the combat multiplier. Mainly because I think if I took them all out at the beginning of right here and then ran to the end, it would, I don't know. Oh no. I don't remember what we need, honestly. Come on. I say that and I'm just doing this right here. Let's go. I am going to I think I'm gonna actually make the first try. I've just gotta run now. I think it's gonna cut it in half when I get through the door though. So it should be at 8, and I think we can maybe pull it up to 13 or 14. I think that's what we need. It's one of those two. Maybe even just 11. No. Yeah, I think we need higher than 10.
I need to see your combat.
Yeah, I screwed that up. I could actually just go in here and fire my arrow, though. Because most enemies go down in 2 shots. I think the bigger hobs go down in 3. So that's saying 1. This is good. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's what I was wanting you to do, is lock onto him. Okay, that's not going to be the absolute best, but I get through at 14, we go to 7, and I can maybe make this work. I just needed to roll out of the way at one point in time faster than I did, but I just didn't. There we go. That's what I needed to see. Haha.
I need to see.
Oh, was it actually 14? No. I can't believe I hacked that up. I almost am surprised Brenna did not just magically show up for this one, because I remember her playing this and I was like, I think it's not too hard, and then she had a little bit of trouble with it. Like, I felt legitimately bad for her, but she had trouble with it. Come on. No! I was gonna go in with, dang it. I was gonna go out there with, heck, what was it? 8. I screwed that up. Dang it. Let me do this. Something tells me there'll be a few enemies in here. I can go back out and I'll have all those enemies again. If that's the case, we'll hopefully be good, right? There we go. Okay, so that puts us at 7. That puts us at 7 as soon as we get out the door. If I can build it back up. Oh gosh, camera. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, we run back here. Like, I think if we get to 16 here, I can easily make that work for me. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. If I can get out here before it starts to go down. Ooh. Okay. I think we're good. I was told by somebody that if you had the whatchamacallit on, what is it? I was told by somebody if you had the physical shield on whenever you got hit, it didn't count. No, oh my goodness.
Oh yes, you are the man. Get your ass through here.
I thought that would work. I had a good feeling about that. Open says my middle finger. We're not gonna do that. That seems a bit rude to say. Ooh. The Cutlass Bluetane. The cutlasses were the weapon of choice for the old shipmaster on the coast. Bluetane was part of a legendary treasure and was never used in combat. His hunger for blood is palpable. I don't know what I was about to say there. Doesn't look like there's anything else around here. Sometimes they'll like put a little bit of extra things in here, like maybe a book or something to find, but we didn't get that. Oh no. Whatever shall I do with that big guy spawning behind me? It's not like I could just run through here. Like it's no big deal. Okay, it's still fading. So maybe we're good? That was a little bit longer than it should have been. We're totally fine, I want to say. Oh geez, there's a lot of enemies out here. Come on. I might want to actually switch over to the Bluetane. As much as I like hammers, I kind of want to use that weapon because I know it's like a one-of-a-kind weapon. Plus, it's actually stronger than the hammer right now. So it'd be kind of nice to use that as well. Come on. Y'all need to go down. Also, very surprised that they're just like following me around like it's no big deal.
Such dignity, such calm.
Did you just say such dignity, such calm? I think that's new dialogue. I don't remember if that was in the original or not. There's no way that was in the original. Darkwood Marshes.
This isn't good.
Oh no, they killed one of them. I wish I could save the guy. But I was not able to do that.
That was stupendous.
Thank you. Did he just call me master? Why did he do that? Also, please don't tell me that they cause these things to explode. Or if they did, they at least had some kind of thing they could do to not harm themselves. Because I'd honestly be a little worried they might hurt themselves with that. Okay. It looks like we can actually make it to the Bordello from here. I think this is the right spot. It is. We're not gonna fight our way through here, though.
Oopsie.
We can. Okay. So this is actually available to us now. I don't know if it was available to us earlier, or if this is like, I don't know the time for it. But let's do what we gotta do here.
A hero. Oh, I've long prayed someone from the guild would come and... But I'm forgetting my manners. My name is Madame Minch. Welcome to the famous Darkwood Bordello. Please, walk with me. As you can see, the Bordello is a haven of calm and pleasure in a perilous world. Weapons and spells are forbidden here. Men have come here for centuries to escape their worries and responsibilities. But, well, we've got problems of our own. Mr. Grope, the current owner, he's what you might call a cruel, sadistic, self-absorbed despot. He treats the girls like slaves, little better than animals. Most of them have nowhere else to go, of course. If only we could find the Bordello deeds. But I'm sure you don't want to hear all this. Please, enjoy your stay.
No, let's find the deed. I remember what actually happens when you find the deed, and I think we should do it. To be fair, we're doing the good playthrough first, so we should definitely do it. What do I want to do?
Oh, welcome, valued customer. The name's Grope, and these here ladies belong to me. We have the finest entertainers in all Albion and cater to a wide variety of specialist tastes. So long as you got the gold, you can sample as many wares as you like. And if any of them cause trouble, you be sure to let me know.
I just wanted to point out, he really creeps me out.
One last thing. Watch out for old Madame over there. She's after the deeds to this place, and she'll try any dirty trick to get 'em.
Wait, I think...
Oh, her massive red hair used to drive me wild when she was younger. But she's got all the sex appeal of a dead pig these days. So instead of making me spill my secrets in bed, she's been trying to get me drunk. I nearly fell for it once, but she won't catch me again. I'm the boss, and that's the way it stays. But listen to me prattling on. These are my problems, yes. Go on, go. Enjoy yourself, sir.
So we need to get him some alcohol.
Your lordship, we are Yay!
And you are... It's you! Oh, my eyesight isn't what it used to be. I can't recognize my own girls half the time.
Okay. Mr. Bartender.
He's from a royal family.
Yes, I'd like to trade with you. Because I believe we need to get him drunk. He'll go upstairs with somebody, and we need to actually go upstairs and just listen to him talking to sleep. If I'm not mistaken. We'll buy all 50. I don't think we'll need all 50, but we can afford it, it's fine. When the pressures of being a hero become too much, drown your troubles in some sweet, sweet alcohol. Warning, may affect motor skills.
Some scallywags trade between the shops to earn themselves gold, you know.
Ah, lovely ice-cold beer. You're a good man. Ah, another beer. Just what I wanted. Another beer. That's the stuff. What a man. Oh,
No
how many is this?
holding you,
4?
eh?
I haven't felt this good in years.
Hooray!
Any of my girls tickle your... You are the best customer I have ever had, sir. Yeah. 6? Mighty Avo, I never feel too well. I think I'm heading upstairs for a nap, my good sir.
That's exactly what we needed.
Oh, it's you, boss. Everything all right? I think I've had a few too many.
Better get you to bed. Sleep it off. Can you manage him, hero? All right then, in you go.
You can steal the bordello from under my nose, do? Well, you won't get far without the deeds. And I've got those in the safe place. No one will think of looking for them there. Under the old tree down by the lake.
Under the old tree down by the old lake.
Oh, my head. Must have drunk me a whole keg of ale. I just hope I wasn't talking in my sleep again.
Oh, you were. The drinking game. I kept mentioning this place because I remember when we passed it, I was thinking in the past that I just never remembered this if I didn't try to keep it in mind. It says under the tree next to the... Wait. We're not getting anything. I thought this was it. Did I actually just completely forget it? Assign to... Yeah, we'll assign that there. I guess that wasn't it. Said it's underneath the tree, but the thing didn't pop up. Unless I'm just completely mistaken. I thought for sure we would have found it. I have to be mistaken. It has to be over here. Nope. I just want to walk by the guard. Thank you. God of so tender love. Oh wait. There it is. There it is. The Bordello Deeds. Okay. So we're gonna give it to the woman that we walked into whenever we first got here. Because I believe she actually helps turn this place into like a sanctuary or something.
I'm gonna marry him.
You've got the deeds. Does that mean we're finally rid of old Grope? Oh, this is wonderful.
What? Huh? How did you find it? It was perfectly hidden. This place meant everything to me. And now you've ruined it. Why, if you weren't quite such an imposing hero, I'd show you a thing or two. Well, I hope it rots and drops off.
Jermaine, thank you for the follow.
Well, I suppose that makes you the new proprietor then.
I really appreciate it. Wait, I thought I could give it to you.
Hello, sir. I've been speaking with the girls and, well, we've had enough of this life. And now that old Grope is gone, I know it's a lot to ask, but perhaps you would consider turning this house into a refuge for fallen women?
I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Sorry if that like sounded very like cut up just because it's cut up. Like split up just because of me trying to let them talk and everything. Do you want to close the bordello and allow it to become a refuge? Of course.
What? Are you sure, sir? Once they've tasted freedom, My girls will never want to go back to being prostitutes.
Are you sure you want to close the bordello down permanently? Yeah.
Oh my, oh, girls. You don't have to work anymore. You're free.
Heck yeah. I actually thought there'd be a little more than that. I don't remember this at all. And I think we can actually go back here now. I think we might be locked out of this.
It's a hard life being a stone door. You know when I last had a physical relationship? No? Try never. So, I've decided to live vicariously. Now, I only open to men of the world. And I'm afraid you haven't even left the house yet. Come back when you're a real stud.
That is one way to put it. But we're actually completely done with this area. Like, all this area is the bordello, and there's a very short side quest. Like, very short, honestly. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just... That's kind of why I was like, I need to remember this earlier on in the playthroughs, because I honestly didn't know if I would have just forgotten about that place. But I remember going there whenever I had the game when I was younger, and just not understanding any of that. Because I guess maybe I was just an innocent being back then. Ooh. Aw, we can't fully level up yet. We still are missing enough experience to get this. But we'll have enough experience before the end of the playthrough. But, are there any... I can see why they rated this game M. Oh, I definitely can too. The ransom victim. Return the Knothole Glade's chief. Return the Knothole Glade chief's son, who is being held for ransom. Yeah, I can do that. And we're not going to post any quest, or not going to post for the quest, due to the fact that we will begin the main quest for the expansion if we go out those doors. We will be back there though, because we're starting that no matter what tonight. But I want to try to at least get all this little side stuff done before we go out there. And maybe if we're lucky, we might get enough experience to pull a sword out of the stone here. I don't know if we'll use that weapon, but it could definitely help us out a bit. It really could. Let's actually switch over to the blue tane as well, because I forgot to do that. That weapon could actually be a bit helpful for us. And while we're over here, let us do this.
Yep, you've got the power. So, I've got the gap.
Weird thing, but I always fire from far away because I believe you need to do that, unless I'm mistaken, to get that to open up for you. It's been a long time since I've played the game. I know I mentioned that before, but I think the last time I played this was like 2014, 2015, whenever the game came out. I don't remember the exact year, sadly. But I will mention that this series, growing up, felt like... This is Xbox's Zelda series, but like Zelda's still obviously way better. But I felt like this was a good alternative. Like, it's not the exact same as Zelda by any stretch of the imagination, but that's how I kind of just saw it growing up. And since I played on both Xbox and Nintendo, I was like, I can play both Zelda type of games. And just in general, I'm really glad I got to play these. Especially this game, because even if it's not... Even if the nostalgia isn't holding up as well as I thought it would with this game, This is still a very fantastic game, and I'd highly recommend it to anybody that wants to play it. Still, in my opinion, the best Fable. And I'm hoping that the new Fable can do really well. But we'll just have to wait and see how that goes.
This way. You're supposed to be helping me. Oh, a hero, at last. It's my youngest son. He's been captured by bandits. I've told him never to go playing in the woods. They say they'll send me his head if I don't pay the ransom. Oh, why does everything happen to me? Why? They're holding him in a cave in Witchwood, those filthy savages. You have to rescue him. Here's the ransom gold. If you can kill the lot of them, it's yours to keep. Just make sure my son is unharmed. Oh, I must lie down now in my hut. This is all too much.
Hey, over here. So, you're off to free my little brother, are you? That's just lovely. Lovely. But you know, my father is a stupid old man. Can you believe he's talking of making the brat the next chief around here? We can't let that happen, my friend. It would be the end of this town. If you want to make some serious gold, bring the boy to me. I'll be waiting for you on the secluded path on the opposite side to the demon door.
Get the chief's son out of Witchwood Cave. We're saving him. We're not going to take him to his brother. I'm not going to do that at all. Also, so let's see, there's the chieftain, there's the gamesman, whatever he's called, at the end, and I guess the green dot is the brother. Well, the one that we just ran by is the archery competition guy, but we don't need to worry about that anymore. I am not going to go talk to him, because I don't know if talking to him will cause it to be like, okay, this is what's happening. I wonder if I could have talked to the chieftain and been like, hey, your other son wants me to cause harm to your other son. Because the way you worded that sounded like you was going to do something to him. It's not going to be a simple, like, nice or sweet thing at all.
Whoops. Oh.
Ooh. Okay, they just didn't stand a chance. That blue tane is, like, really good. Just needed to make sure that he was not able to hurt me. Ooh. So, just the... I should have realized how much stronger this was going to be. Like, it's doing more damage than the hammer did per hit, but we're also getting more hits in per second, or per few seconds, whatever you want to call it. Because, like, it just swings so much faster than the hammer does for obvious reasons. Like, I don't think anything can stand a chance against us right now. And I'm very happy about that. Well, in a way I'm very happy about that, but we haven't really faced anything challenging, really, in the game. There's been a few instances where things got a little rough, but the most we had to do was literally just run away. And the only reason why those things were hard are because we needed to protect somebody or there's a time limit involved. Other than that, there was nothing too major, surprisingly. I kind of wish this was the PC version since it has the difficulty settings. And I'm kind of curious as to how hard it actually does get. Oh yeah, and speaking of the PC version, it's very strange to me recently finding out that Fable 1 and 3 are on PC, but not Fable 2. And you would think if 1 and 3 are on PC, 2 would have actually been there as well. Oh, I don't think I made it to him in time. Got a flour sack. Really wish we could have gotten to the guy in time. I would have been happier with him alive.
You heroes always have to stick your nose into everything, don't you? Well, as long as you've got the gold, the boss won't mind. Go right in. Don't get any bright ideas, though. We'll be waiting right here.
Wow. Oh, yeah!
I hope this doesn't, like, cause them to attack him inside. Because I don't want him to die. I want him to live. But we're not going to pay them. Come on. There we go. Please tell me he'll be safe and sound, no damage whatsoever. Because, I mean, I want him to be healthy. I really do.
Hey, what's the big idea? Attacking my people. The ransom just went up. Now hand the gold over. Any more of your funny stuff and the kid leaves in pieces.
No.
First you attack my boys, and now you won't pay? Oh, I guess you won't mind if we spill the kid's guts out then.
Oh no.
So that's what it's going to be.
It's fine, I'm just going to attack around him. We won't actually hurt the kid. I hope we won't, at least. I know I can't hit him unless I target him, but this guy might be able to just hit him whenever.
Wow, a real hero. And you saved me. I can't believe how lucky I am. Bandits and a hero in one day. I suppose we should get going then. That man you killed is starting to smell funny. I bet we see more bandits though, and they won't be happy you killed their boss.
I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I already wasn't too happy about the one brother wanting us to give him his brother so he could take care of him. But I really don't feel comfortable with that, especially since the brother's a kid. Also, the brother has face tattoos, and he has like super weird eyes that kind of spook me. I'm not gonna lie.
The light's hurting my eyes. I'm not missing anything, am I?
Oh jeez. Nope, no you don't. You are not hitting him. Okay, that's all I needed. Because that will get rid of the ranged guy.
Oh, this place looks exciting.
I don't know about exciting, kid. This place looks kind of terrifying to me. There we go. Oh, jeez. I thought we were actually going to get that last swing in. Ooh, very nice. Okay, we're good. We're going to avoid the two to the... or actually three to the left over here. Because we don't need to worry about them. We just need to get the kid out of here. And if they're not around them, like if they're not close enough to hit them, we're not going to worry too much about them. And honestly, we might just run through this area. Oh, there are actually enemies here. I didn't think they were actually put any here.
I realised those bandits had taken me so far away.
Try to get your combat multiplier.
Oh jeez. Please don't. I will say, even though we're going to get that sword out of the stone, I don't think it's as strong as this weapon. I actually think, despite all the effort you need to go through to get it, it's not that strong compared to what else you can get. I will say, I'm very happy that they, even though they have taken swings at the kid, they've just missed terribly. It hasn't been really an issue for us to have to worry about. But we saw the Witchwood Lake, and we saw the entrance to Knothole Glade. I'm assuming the entrance might be kind of filled with bad things.
I bet we can find lots of things that want to kill us.
Probably could. That's not a good thing though, kid. Oh jeez. If I just get behind you, you're good. Okay. I want to say there might be a rock troll thing up here. Because I know there's one before, but I don't know if we'll actually run into that or not. If we do, hopefully I can destroy it before the kid gets here. Oh no. I didn't realize we were that low on health. There we go. I knew if I could just get that one good swing in there, I'd be able to take these guys out, no problem. Ow. Whew. They did a lot more damage than I expected them to, honestly, but hey, everything's good. No, he actually hit the kid.
Something's trying to kill me. It's the best day ever.
I don't know if I call it the best day ever.
This isn't fun anymore. Stop.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They did a little bit too much to you. I wish I could heal you, but I don't think I can give you any kind of health. I think the only way I could do that is if I learned the spell that allowed me to heal others around me. But I just never put any time into magic. I don't know why I've always been like that, but magic has just never been my strong suit in games. Like, I play around with ranged weapons, I'll play around with melee, I play around with stealth,
Nearly home
but
now. My friends are going to be so jealous.
magic is just never something I really jumped into. And I'm very concerned for your friends if they're going to be jealous for you. Yeah, we're not going to go see your brother. But hopefully we can tell the chieftain about that.
Have a nice visit.
Because if we can, maybe there'll be some sort of punishment for him. Because that's not good. That's not good at all. Let's see now.
We're nearly there.
Yeah, we are. You made it home. You're safe and sound.
Oh, my dear boy, you're safe. I was so worried.
It was brilliant, Father. I was in this cave, and there were all these bandits with these big swords, and then...
Stop, stop. It all sounds so horrible. You're never leaving my sight again.
Oh, Father, you never let me do anything fun. Can I at least get a pet Balverine, please?
A Balverine? Avo, help us. We'll talk about it later. Once again, our town thanks you. I just hope I never have to call on your services again. It's a terrible strain on my nerves.
I hope you can come and kill bandits every day.
Before we reveal the plans of the other chief's son, I just want to say I believe this kid was actually the size of a kid before he left, and now he's grown like 3 feet tall, or 3 feet taller. And I'm very confused as to how much time has actually passed since we went out to help his son.
What? My son did what?
The ransom victim. There was no base taken. It is time now. Let us go start the main quest of the expansion. Because I believe this is it. Unless the only reason why we'll come back is if we actually have enough experience to upgrade our strength and we'll pull the sword out of the stone. And then we'll go to Lookout Point for real. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry about that, Jan. But I've been holding that back for a while. As much as my sleep has actually been better the past few days, I feel like I'm still catching up. Because, I woke up today very tired after like 8 hours of sleep. And I started getting a headache. My head isn't hurting now, thankfully. It's not major. I just got like some Tylenol for it just to be safe. But I still think I'm working on fixing the sleep issues from before.
Many have died. I believe these creatures are known as summoners. My mission here has failed. I will attempt to stop their passage to the mainland. But I require assistance. The strongest among you must open the primal demon door close to this podium. It holds the fire heart. Only the chosen one will gain audience with the prophets. Use the heart to call the ship of the drowned. Hurry, before all is lost.
Scythe? Scythe! Oh, we've lost him. Scorn! The demon door awoke this morning, but none of us could get through. It says we're not worthy.
It is up to you, hero. You defeated Jack single-handedly. If it will not open for you...
The man's got a point. I'll stick to my speciality and hit the books. We need to know what these summoners are. Good luck.
Okay. Let's see if the door will open for us.
You bear the mask of Jack of Blades. The prophets had foreseen the coming of such a legend among heroes. The rise of the summoners in the northern wastes marks the arrival of a new threat to all things living. We have long dreaded this portent. Behind my walls lies the Fireheart. There, you will speak to the prophets who watch over it. You may enter now, but beware the beating of the heart. It has burned many before you.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I believe no matter what, we get this, but... Again, good playthrough. We're going to try to make sure we get the right selection of things to keep everybody nice and safe.
We are the prophets of the Fireheart.
It was your destiny to seek us out, hero.
The beast arises in the frozen north. Only he who claims the heart can stop it.
Its mystical powers will guide you across the sea. There you must face a force of such evil. Not even death can silence its fury.
Oh, for crying out loud, just tell him to get us out of here.
Yes, we were coming to that. To obtain the Fireheart, you must solve the mystery of day and night.
And we'll finally be free.
Witness the board before you. Each time you turn all the moons into suns, you'll release one of us from our perpetual prison.
But fill the board with moons and one of us will perish. And the Fireheart will never be yours.
What? I thought you said he'd get it even if he gets us all killed. I heard you.
Quiet, you imbecile!
Look, it's very simple. Solve the damn puzzle, you get the heart, we get out of this hole. Everyone's happy, all right?
Turn all the tiles to sun signs to free a prophet. Turn them all to moon signs to kill one. Complete all 5 rounds to claim the Fireheart. To free each prophet, you must convert all the moon signs into sun signs by walking on them. Turning all squares into moon signs will result in the prophet's death. It will also solve the puzzle. The Fireheart erupts into a powerful flame with every beat of its pulse. If you don't complete the puzzle before the time runs out, you will be scorched. Hold on.
You have begun well.
That noise is kind of like spooky, I'm not gonna lie.
He chooses well. Thank you, hero. Use the Fireheart wisely.
Turn it all into suns. That's all we need.
That's good.
Like, this is not really what I would call a puzzle. Like, at all.
Sonny! Oh, what's happening? The light is so beautiful. Mother, I'm coming.
Okay.
Just free me next, and you can. That's the one. Now keep going.
This is not a good one. Hold on. I've done a bad, but hey, we got this. It wasn't that bad. Also, whatever this noise is that's in the background of this is not nice.
Yes, freedom at last in your face, eternal confinement.
You are wise and benevolent hero.
Okay, this is not bad at all.
Ah, a noble move.
We got this. We'll have them all free in no time.
You are a true gentleman. I shall join my fellow prophets now. Cheerio.
Good. Just don't mess it up.
Yeah, I won't mess it up. It'll be good.
Now get on with it.
And I don't want to be scorched, so I mean. Again, this is not bad at all. There's probably an easy way to do this, but
Come on, don't stop now.
we got it.
Hey, you're not too bad, you know. I'll send you a postcard sometime.
Fireheart. A gem of awe-inspiring beauty and mystical powers. And now we have no more washing machine to listen to. That's what it started to sound like to me there at the end. I don't know if that's actually what they used to make that sound. But honestly, that was kind of a weird sound to just hear constantly.
You have the Fireheart? Excellent. I knew you'd be able to do it.
I bet those prophets were a barrel of laughs too. You always get to do the fun stuff. Well, I've been looking into these summoner creatures, and I'm starting to think throwing away the Sword of Eons wasn't the best idea after all. These things are bad. Too late to do anything now, though.
Perhaps not.
Well, it's only an old legend, but for centuries there have been tales of a powerful weapon hidden in the guild and imbued with the essence of all the heroes buried there. But the only one who's shown any real interest in it lately is Maze. He was obsessed with finding it. We know why now, of course. Perhaps you can find whatever he discovered in his old quarters. But don't forget, it is vital that you place the Fireheart in the Hook Coast Lighthouse. Its power will summon the ship to take you to the northern wastes. Good luck once more, hero.
We got this. I wonder where the, where the sword is exactly. I think I remember where it is. And I'll point it out before we actually go and look for it. Well, we're kind of going to look for it now, but before we actually get the information, we'll check this out and see exactly where it is.
You've received a new quest card.
I don't like how they say that whenever I don't actually have a quest card. But I believe they mentioned that it was imbued with the souls of all the heroes or something like that. I think it's literally like right here.
What a nice
I think it's like right in front of one of these graves. I think it's the one that has nothing on it though. But let's head up here and see if we can find the notes that Maze had. First entry, references to Avos Tyr are hard to come by, but I won't give up. If I could wield its power in my hands, everything could be different. I'd be able to stop him myself, or at least hand it to someone with the courage to face him. The history of the guild. A passage at the back of the book has been marked out. The tale of Avos Tyr, the mythical sword that would one day strike down all evil, emerged after the death of Solicius, the most powerful mage ever to train in the guild. Solcius is what it was, not Solcius or whatever I said a second ago. Solcius famously died closing a vortex that threatened to engulf the city of Bowerstone. In order to perform this most dangerous of spells, Solcius required an object to focus all his will into one point in space. He took the sword of a fallen guard and imbued it with all his powers before casting it into the mystical void. The explosion killed Solcius and those around him. The sword disappeared along with the vortex. Legend soon began to spread that the sword still existed in this world, hidden somewhere deep in the guild, and awaiting a hero worthy of wielding the blade. The blade... Where's the more information for this? Somewhere deep in the guild and awaiting a hero worthy of wielding the formidable might of its blade. Okay, so I might have forgot part of it. Second entry. Today I found the best description of the Legend of Avos Tyr yet. It was in an appendix to a rare edition of a history of the guild. It describes how the sword was created. Unfortunately, there is no mention of where it might be hidden. Third entry. At last. I found a tattered scroll with the location of Avos Tyr. Retrieving it couldn't be simpler. One need only read the inscription on the empty grave in the guild courtyard and think of the weapon to be judged by the old heroes. I can only hope they can see my true intents and find me deserving. Fourth entry. It didn't work. I am forever in his grasp. Jack of Blades. He is known by no one, and he is known by all. He is said to be as ancient as the Old Kingdom, and yet he has the strength of 10 heroes. Some say he is not of this world, and has come to us only for the pleasure of death and destruction. Some say he is but a legend, and the mask has covered faces of dozens over the centuries, all claiming to be the same Jack of Blades. Whatever he is, he prevails in stories and in nightmares. He is feared even by the guild. I like little, books in here that kind of, it kind of just fleshes out the world a little bit, and it's really nice. This grave awaits a hero worthy of joining the legends who lie here.
We see that you are pure of heart and have sacrificed ultimate power for the good of our land. We judge you worthy, hero. May Avos Tyr burn through the forces of evil in your hands.
Very nice. Avos Tyr. Oh, it's actually stronger too. The sword was imbued with extraordinary power when the great guild mage Solcius used it in a spell to close a large vortex. For a long time it has existed only as a myth among acolytes. Its strength rivals even the Sword of Aeons. Ooh. Oh wait, I was like, look how good that sword looks, and I was like, wait a minute. This isn't the one we just got. I didn't equip it. Okay. Let us see. The Sword of Aeons. Or Avos Tyr. I had the swords mixed up. I do like that. That's a good looking sword. But let us go. Don't we have to go straight to Hook Coast? I think we do. No quest cards are available. We still don't have enough experience for this, I don't believe. We don't, and the screen was kind of glitching out on us there. But it's fine. Everything is good. Let's see. Yeah, I want to go to Hook Coast. Hopefully the door isn't busted down anymore. I mean, if it is, it is. But I do honestly believe we'll be able to just walk right in.
Oh, hero! I've been expecting you.
And as you can see, the town's been evacuated, just like the Guildmaster asked. Must be something serious, eh? Well, it wasn't easy getting everyone out on such short notice, but us guards know our duty. Well, I could tell you some stories, I could. But you probably don't want to hear them right now. I'll just leave it to you, sir. Good day.
Oh, thank you. Place the fire heart in the lighthouse. Something tells me if they're evacuating, it might not just be that simple to get over there. And then watch this, just that simple to get over here. Okay. That seemed a bit too easy. I remember this being harder than that. I also thought there was like a silver key chest right there. And if there was, it'd probably be a high, like, key count one. Because we don't even have 15, I don't think. We don't have half of them.
Is the fire heart in place? Good. Meet me downstairs.
Yeah, I'm on. Oh.
According to the books, the ship should arrive as soon as the heart's energy reaches full power. What the hell? A summoner. It's trying to destroy the heart. We have to protect it.
Alright, let's go.
Come on, we have to stop it before it destroys the fire heart.
I didn't think it'd be that easy.
Let's get them. This thing is...
Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe I want to dodge. Maybe I want to dodge. Oh, dang, that's not really working. Okay.
More summoners. The heart needs more time to power up. Come on.
Well, Rose, if you want to take out one, I can take out the other. Oh, jeez. They're not alone. Well, I mean, if that's going to be the case, I can do this. There we go. Hopefully the fire heart will not get destroyed while we try to take everything out. I don't have to take everything out, but I'd rather not be getting attacked from behind.
We've got company. The fire heart is being attacked.
Come on. Come on. I am not going to go down that easily.
We've got to keep them away from the fire heart.
If this guy goes down, that'll be all I need. Oh, you got one of them. Nice. Please, go down. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That fire heart is loud. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, that's not working. We gotta go. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh no. This is not good. Oh dang, I think we actually just finally ran out of healing items. Come on. Please don't, please don't, please don't. We're like losing so much health. I really hope we lose the washing machine sounds.
Here's your ride. Looks pretty. When you get to the Northern Wastes, your guild seal will activate the local teleporters, and I'll be able to join you. Scythe would have done it long ago, but he destroyed his seal before he arrived. Didn't want Maze to know what he was up to, I guess. Well, have a nice trip. Maybe when I see you next, we can have a snowball fight.
The strange, silent ship set sail into the featureless swell. Day after day, it carved its path among the waves, an ocean phantom moving ever forward. Then the moment came, when icy peaks speared out of the horizon mist. These were the shores of the Lost Bay. The northern wastes lay beyond them.
Oh my gosh, this noise. Winter is coming. I don't know why that... I think it's the fire heart itself. I don't know why it's so loud. But like, I don't know about y'all. I couldn't hardly hear anything with that. It was insane how loud that was. But hey, it's good. It's fine. We're away from it. Hopefully if we go back to Hook Coast, it won't do that again. I don't think it would, though. Who honestly knows, though? Also, did the game... Uh-oh. I think the game might have, like, crashed. Which, if it did, which I do think it did. Well, actually, with the time it is, I do have to kind of go. But, we are going to see if we can find somebody to raid. You know, I've never been able to raid this person. Microsoft bought glitchy Bethesda. I saw they bought Bethesda. And that's insane. Also, hi, Slice Tomato. How are you doing today? You made it here at a bad time. Because we're actually going to go raid somebody that I haven't gotten to raid yet. Well, that's not bad. But, like, if you want to watch me, you made it here at a bad time. I'll be back in a couple hours, though. Well, actually, less than a couple hours. We'll be playing some Crash Team Racing. But we're going to go raid a friend. I hope you all have an amazing day. An amazing night. And I want to say thank y'all again for stopping by and hanging out. And thank you for all the raids and follows today, because that was insane. I hope y'all have an amazing day, an amazing night, and I can't wait to see y'all again very soon. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all.